We've crossed the world in 9 months. We've done 21 Grand Prix, and it all comes down to this. One final race to decide who will be the 2021 World Champion. 369.5 points to Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. It's winner takes all as Formula One goes into its season finale. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We've crossed the world over the space of 9 months. It's time for the last race of the year, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. A fantastic array of winners across this season, most notably Ocon, Bottas and Ricciardo breaking up the norm of Hamilton versus Verstappen. 9 wins to Verstappen, Hamilton on 8 as well. Will that be level at the end of the year? Only time will tell. Only one more race to go on the season and then we can finally have a rest. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, for the first time since 1974, the top 2 in the title come into the last race of the season absolutely level on points. Max Verstappen, 369.5. Lewis Hamilton, 369.5. Verstappen leading due to the countback of races he's won this year. Valtteri Bottas has secured over 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship as well. Sergio Perez goes to P4. Charles Leclerc battling over 5th place with Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz. That battle raging on to this weekend as well. Danny Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly still in a fight over 8th, while Fernando Alonso safely rounds out the top 10. On page 2, Esteban Ocon has 72 points. He could overtake his Alpine teammate this weekend as well if he has a good as finish as he did last weekend in Saudi Arabia. Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll just 11 points separating. Then Yuki Tsunoda, George Russell, 4 points separating them. Kimi Raikkonen as well, 16th in his last ever Grand Prix weekend, starts in P16 as well, trying to go up there and get ahead of George Russell in points. Latifi's on 7, Giovinazzi 3, and let's hope we can get at least 1 point on the board for either Schumacher or Mazepin, with Kubica only doing those 2 races in 20th. In the Constructors' Championship, it's a 28-point advantage to Mercedes, 587.5 to Red Bull Racing on 559.5. It's all coming down to this weekend's race. Ferrari have wrapped up 3rd in the Constructors' Championship. That's leaving McLaren down in 4th place. Alpine have 5th. They can just about hold on to AlphaTauri. Aston Martin 7th, Williams in 8th. They're trying to hold off Alfa Romeo in 9th. And Haas, still with no points on the board, trying their luck this weekend to at least get 1. It's the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and this is your Grand Prix preview. Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to a reprofiled Abu Dhabi Grand Prix weekend as well. The track around about 5 to 10 seconds a lap faster, all because of the hypocrisy of the FIA saying, oh, this track's fine, but then the fans saying, no, it's not giving us any racing. Finally, they've listened and they've given us a great new racetrack as well. It's the same in parts, but the corners have been opened up a little bit. The hairpin is now being used down at what used to be 5 and 6. Now it's just a turn 5 hairpin. And now also there's a new long sweeping hairpin where turns 12, 13 and 14 used to be. Now it's all just a turn 9 hairpin. It's reduced it from 21 corners to 16. It's a remarkable effort. And we really are looking forward to getting into this weekend as well. But what a weekend it's going to be. 369.5 points. That's the same of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Verstappen leads the title though, because on the countback of race wins, Verstappen's won 9 and Hamilton has only won 8. It could be level this weekend, but it won't matter because it's simple. Winner takes all here in Abu Dhabi, and whoever finishes ahead of either will be the world champion, unless they're battling for 9th and 10th. Then we have to count in for the fastest lap. But that's pretty unlikely, but we've said that enough times so far this year. Let's get on then to the Thursday news and the complete wrap-up as well. Thanks for joining us, by the way, this evening. Let's get on. First of all, George Russell, starting his last Grand Prix for Williams this weekend, says that he's proud of Williams' progress ahead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. A podium this year as well, a 2nd place on the grid at Spa, constant points this season. They really have grown as a team this year, so I think Williams very much deserves an A star for effort over the past 12 months. Lando Norris says McLaren want to end the season well in their fight with Ferrari over third place in the Constructors' Championship. It's pretty much sealed to go to Ferrari's way. McLaren have a massive outside chance of that changing over, as I said. Yuki Tsunoda reflects on a difficult rookie year ahead of the final race in Abu Dhabi. Poor Yuki really has had an up and down season. Hopefully next year in 2022 the new regulations will be more like Formula 2. It will suit him more, so we might see him jump up the field throughout the year as well. Nikita Mazepin says he's not tired ahead of final race despite a very tough rookie season. It was a year ago since the We Say No to Mazepin. That still continues as well. I've never been less vocal about Mazepin over the course of the season, and I don't think he deserves a seat in Formula 1 as well, and he has about as much talent in a racing car as I do. Growing up, Mick Schumacher said, I've learned so much in my rookie F1 season as well, and he really has as well. To be fair to both Nikita, I hate saying that, and Mick Schumacher as well, the Haas car has been woefully underpowered this year, has not been that great, so we've yet to see points scored for either of them. Could Mick get a point this weekend? It's looking very unlikely, but this is Abu Dhabi in the last race of the season. Stranger things have happened in 2021. McLaren have won a Grand Prix, Williams have been on the podium as well, Alpine have won a race. Anything can happen. Charles Leclerc says P5 championship fight with Norris gives a little bit extra motivation to perform this weekend as well. The battle actually between Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz, the Ferrari teammate as well. So that whole gaggle of the F2 drivers are sort of back together again this weekend. Looking extremely fast as well. Sebastian Vettel says fighting at the back of the midfield in 21, not very satisfying. Of course, his first year with Aston Martin, he's crossed over from Ferrari as well. He was pretty much the midfield team at Ferrari last year, but he is expected to be back up there towards the front with the new regulation changes, hopefully helping him in the next season. Kimi Raikkonen, his last ever Grand Prix, 349 Grand Prix starts he is going to do in total, and this is his last weekend in Formula 1. Kimi says the 2007 F1 Championship win is why we are all here. Okay. Kimi, man of few words as well, but it's nice to see him that he's been doing F1 for a hobby the last couple of years, and he says as well he's going to look forward to normal family life after the end of this season as well. And Alfa Romeo put a lovely tribute on saying, dear Kimi, we are finally going to leave you alone. So that's back in Abu Dhabi 2012 when he said, just leave me alone, I know what I'm doing. Pierre Gasly, AlphaTauri exceeded our expectations in their 2021 season as well. It's been a great season for AlphaTauri. Strong car, strong engine, constantly battling for the points as well. It's been a very good season for them. Fernando Alonso has enjoyed a good comeback in 2021's F1 season. Slow start, points in Emilia-Romagna, points out the season, a third place in Qatar. Definitely one of the strongest of the rookies that we've had this year. The comeback king definitely is Fernando Alonso. Antonio Giovinazzi starting his last Grand Prix in Formula 1 before he goes to Formula E for the next season with Penske Dragon as well. He says it's not an end to F1 career for Antonio Giovinazzi as he switches to Formula E. I'm sure we'll see Antonio Giovinazzi back in the sport ASAP. Maybe back with Alfa Romeo in a year or so, or maybe another team might sign him. I've heard rumours of Alpine as well. And speaking of Alpine, let's move on to Esteban Ocon, who says, I will forever remember 2021 as being a mega season, and so say all of us. First win in Hungary as well, a track that's gifted so many drivers their first win, and he's been absolutely bang on all season long. Love Esteban Ocon, love what he's doing. Cruelly denied a third place last time out though, but he's done enough to secure Alpine, I think, sixth in the Constructors' Championship. Going on then, Nicholas Latifi, a much better driver after continuous improvement in 2021. I'd say that's so. He scored points as well this year. He's been constantly battling at the back half of the field to get into that top 10. So yeah, very well done for him, especially golden races, you'd have to say would be Hungary and Silverstone, two races he really did shine at. Further on, Carlos Sainz, his first season with Ferrari as well, says finishing the season better than where I started. Absolutely. He was really the driver to get to grips with that new car as quick as anybody who has swapped teams as well. So he's been absolutely fantastic. Sergio Perez, becoming a Red Bull driver in 2021, was very intense. And he also a winner this year. He took victory in Baku as well. I didn't list him, I don't think, in the list, did I? With Ocon, Ricciardo and Bottas as the other winners. Perez sort of snuck in there with winning in Baku as well, but he's up there as a top driver now, so didn't really count him in that mix. But yeah, well done for Perez and Bottas taking victories this year when their teammates are battling for the title. Lance Stroll for Aston Martin says 2022 an opportunity to improve for both himself and Aston Martin. Definitely, I think Aston looking at the next generation of cars as being a big improvement for them in terms of lap time, maybe fighting with that of Ferrari if they're up there as well. Maybe Red Bull and Mercedes. They have got a Mercedes engine in the back of their car after all. They're just going to get the chassis right as well and some good lap times in. Valtteri Bottas says final race for Mercedes. He's 101st. Definitely the end of an era. He's 101 not out for Valtteri Bottas, but still 100 Q3 appearances. Can he make it 101 domination effect? Let's see, find out. Finally, the top two in the title. Lewis Hamilton says, honestly, feeling great ahead of a championship decider as well. The pressure feels to be off for Lewis Hamilton. He's relaxed going into this weekend. Max Verstappen says, Red Bull want to finish the season in style at the championship decider. There's both been an amendment in the FIA race directors notes saying that if there is any contact or anything like that, the stewards deem to bring the sport into disrepute or whoever, then they can take away points from the drivers' standings as well. So if Max hits Lewis or Lewis hits Max and they're both blamed and that's how they win the title, the stewards can deduct points as well to award a correct winner. So take away points to balance out that as a penalty. So that's going to be very interesting if that plays an effect. They were downplaying that they're going to make contact here this weekend. Lewis Hamilton always saying, I can only do what I can do to avoid the others. Max Verstappen saying, we race and whatever happens, happens. Everybody, though, very nervous that they're going to make contact once again, akin to what we saw with Senna versus Prost in the 1989-1990 battle, Schumacher and Hill in 94, Schumacher and Villeneuve in 97. There's a strong prospect that they could make contact this weekend as well. I don't want them to make contact. I want this to go to the last corner of the last lap. They're both side by side, racing to the line, and whoever finishes ahead is the world champion. It's going to be that simple, but it's going to be a great weekend as well. I know we've got a lot of UK viewers. I know we've got a lot of Dutch viewers here this weekend. Reminder, keep it civil in the chat. And also, I don't care who wins this title. I am buzzed after what has been a fantastic year. I can't wait to see if it's Max Verstappen for his first title or Lewis Hamilton for a record-breaking 8th. I really don't care. I want to see a great race, and I'm going to be very excited. I'm buzzing already, and we're not even into a practice session yet. Speaking of which, let's take a look around Yas Marina. It has been modified slightly, so we've got that new track as well to show you now. Here's Lap Attack with the W12. Let's take a look around the Yas Marina circuit on Yas Island. It's been heavily modified since the last time we raced here as well to improve overtaking and overall pace on a Formula 1 car. Let's take a look round on board. On board then with the W12 into the last corner as well. Pretty much the same throughout the first sector as you hurtle down towards turn number 1. 5th gear corner, 175 kilometers an hour as well. Control the exit speed, rise up as well. The long sweeping corners, turns 2, 7th gear, 260. Rise it up, 270, 7th gear, round turn 3. Turn 4 is in 7th gear, 285. Now into the brand new hairpin as well. Slamming the brakes down all the way. 3rd gear, 100 kilometers an hour through turn 5. Back out now. Down the back straight away on the run now towards turn 6. It's where you open up the DRS zone and just let the car sing as you approach one of the heaviest braking zones on the circuit. Up from 325 kilometers an hour, back down 2nd gear, 70 kilometers an hour through turn 6. Rising up to 3rd gear, 105 at the exit of turn 7. Now into turn 8 as well, the 2nd DRS zone. And now we're going to flash on board with the Yas Marina car as well to give you the new layout at turn 9. It's now a heavily degreed banking corner in 5th gear, 180 kilometers an hour at the exit as well. It leads back into turns 10 and 11 at 280 kilometers an hour. 7th gear down the way into turn 12. 3rd gear, 115 back up. Now, the last 2 corners here have been opened up more as well. 5th gear, 170 kilometers an hour. Turn 15 coming up. 7th gear, 260 kilometers an hour. Last corner, turn 16, 150 kilometers an hour. 4th gear, power on the exit. And that, across the line, is a lap of the Yas Marina Circuit 2021 edition. Okay, let's give you the coverage details then for this weekend's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. You can join us for the first practice session at 9:20 with the green light going on at 9:30. Practice 2 from 12:50, green light at 1 o'clock. Saturday, practice 3 gets underway at 9:50, get underway for the green light at 10. Qualifying on air from 12:40 with the last of the commentator challenges, green light is on at 1 o'clock. And for the race, 12:20 with a green light for the decider in the desert at 1 o'clock. Join us for the Grand Prix review as well straight after, scheduled currently for 3:10. It's going to be an amazing Grand Prix. If you live in the UK and don't have access to Sky Sports, great news. The fact that Channel 4 will be simulcasting Sky F1's coverage for the race day itself, so you can watch the race live on Channel 4 with Sky commentary. And I know that annoys a lot of people that tune into the watch-alongs for an alternate commentary, so stick that on as well. Get us on, put us on, and sync up your TV pictures as well. Join us all throughout the weekend. We're going to be showing every practice session in watch-alongs, all the qualifyings, and of course the main race itself. And then we'll have a Grand Prix review straight after with our special closing out feature of the year, where we look back at all the champions that we've crowned across Formula E, W Series, British Touring Cars, MotoGP 2 and 3, and Formula 1 as well. And also a reminder, Oscar Piastri could be crowned the Formula 2 champion. Well, he will be crowned the Formula 2 champion this year. Only needs a couple of points. They're their feature race and sprint races this weekend as well. So weekend of champions, but it is the decider in the desert between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Join us throughout the weekend here. It's promising to be one of the best races we've ever seen in our lifetimes. Thanks for your company tonight. We'll see you tomorrow at 9:20 UK time for the action from Free Practice 1. Good night to you all.